I'm going to start a new drawing file now. Again, only when we begin new drawings do we go through this process. And I'm going to format my units now. Okay, that. And I'm going to save this file. It'll be called border. We're going to create a border made out of polylines. The reason that we're going to use polylines is because we want to give our border a thickness. I know that I have indicated that when we use layers and we use colors, that the colors will determine the thickness. But what I'd like to do is set my thickness specific for the border in this case. And the only way to do that is by using polylines. So a quick word first on polylines. This is the icon. And what exactly is a polyline? It's very similar to a line, except this time when I create it and I decide to move it, I'm not moving just one individual line, I'm moving a set of multiple lines. That's where the poly comes in, multiple lines. Also, I can edit the vertices if I'd like, and it continues to behave as a single entity. Let's erase that. And assuming that I had drawn just lines, I can convert these to polylines and have them behave the same way. In order to do that, I'm going to open my Modify to toolbar. As you can see, here are the icons. I'm going to select the icon that is called Edit Polyline. Clicking on that, it indicates Select Polyline. I'm going to pick this line. Even though it's not a polyline, it indicates do you want to turn it into one. My answer would be yes, so I'm going to enter. And looking at my options, I'm going to type J for join, because I would like to join the remaining two line segments. So I type J and enter, and it asks to select the objects, and I'm actually going to pick them all again and enter. It indicates that two segments were added to the polyline, and that makes sense because I had selected one line segment and there are only three. So that works out correctly. And now I'm going to enter. After having done that, when I grip one of the lines, it grips all of them. I have therefore converted a set of lines into a polyline. The reason this worked, the reason I was able to join them, is because they had common endpoints. They shared common endpoints, and it allowed them to be joined. If they do not have a common endpoint, it's not going to work out. Let me go ahead and erase this now. Or actually, before I erase this, I do want to show you how I would convert it back to individual line segments. And you're probably already thinking that I can use the explode icon. If I click explode, I can select the polyline and break it down to the individual line segments. So now I enter, and now if I grip them, you see that they're back to being individual line segments. So that's a quick breakdown on polylines. I'm going to take this toolbar, place it here, and I think for now I'm going to close this one. And I can probably, well, let's take this one and place it here. There we go. And now I'm going to erase the line segments. And that's the intro, and now we are going to create the border.